Did you miss me, Richie? Because I've missed you. No one wants to play with the clown anymore.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. Remember that time when failed comedian Kathy Griffin, who we refer to lovingly as Meth Carrot Top, decided to tell her last remaining fan to buy a ticket to her tour because, well, nobody was buying tickets. She would have to cancel tour stops, and Donald Trump was going to put her in an internment camp anyway. Breaking, Kathy Griffin urges a fan to buy tickets to her tour because Trump will send her to an internment camp. This made headlines all around the country. Kathy Griffin will be put in an internment camp in a new Trump administration, so please give me money. Give me as much money as you probably can. Money, 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 money. Now, this is quite unique because while people did show up for Kathy Griffin's tour, it wasn't to go on the inside of where she was performing. It was to go on the outside.
Kathy Griffin, you suck! Protest Kathy Griffin. She's not allowed to hold our president's head, severed head, on television. No.
Well, we're protesting this woman here.
Yeah.
We got a head of hers, like she had a head of Trump.
So these are Trump supporters in Long Island, Strong Island, showing up to do a massive Trump caravan outside the Kathy Griffin show. They don't forget. Kathy Griffin held up a severed head of Donald Trump. It's all bloody. In the aftermath of the huge backlash from that, including a special little visit from the FBI and the Secret Service, they should have locked her up, made a point. Kathy Griffin released this groveling, shaking apology.
Everybody, it's me, Kathy Griffin. I sincerely apologize. I am just now seeing the reaction of these images. I'm a comic. I cross the line. I move the line, then I cross it. I went way too far. The image is too disturbing. I understand how it offends people. It wasn't funny. I get it. I've made a lot of mistakes in my career. I will continue. I asked your forgiveness, taking down the image, going to ask the photographer to take down the image, and I begged for your forgiveness. I went too far.
I beg for your forgiveness. I beg for it. Oh, I went too far. I'm so sad. These people are such frauds. Kathy Griffin shares new video attempting to make joke of her 2017 stunt holding Trump's head. If you're not happy with the current administration and it's Halloween time, get yourself a mask of the president and a bunch of ketchup.
I'm Kathy Griffin, and I've got some PR advice for you. And who wouldn't you want to get PR advice from except Kathy Griffin, the expert? Let's go. When you receive an award, make sure you tell Jesus to suck it, because everyone will get the joke. If you're not happy with the current administration and it's Halloween time, get yourself a mask of the president and a lot of ketchup. It's going to work out really well. If you end up doing something that people really don't like, then do a tour about it. Just make sure your passport is up to date. And if you're going to...
Okay, all right. Okay. This is why people don't like frauds like this, because actually what you did was really bad and it was sick and nobody liked that. And Donald Trump has children. Really, he had a teenage, at that time Barron Trump was 12 years old. He had teeny grandchildren. They all could see this. It's not like you can have the photographer take down the photo and it doesn't exist anymore. Idiot. People who are hideous and grotesque and twisted on the inside end up reflecting that on the outside. So it doesn't matter how much makeup or lighting they shove on Kathy Griffin. She just ends up looking grotesque. And now that we have leaked photos of Kathy Griffin without any hair and makeup, as she has in this, again, failed attempt at comedy, the world is once again, quite literally, shaking. Kathy Griffin looks like a severed head here in these brand new photos released of her wandering around on the highway in California. I'm not sure if she's homeless or not. I don't know. TDS is eating these girls up. All the MAGA moms are glowing, and this is what Kathy Griffin looks like. Yeesh. I said she does literally look like Skeletor. But maybe that's a little too kind. Kathy Griffin looks like she died, decomposed a bit, and then was brought back from the dead. Leftism is a hell of a drug. That is quite amazing. Like that, this is the reality. Like this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like with all the hair and makeup that Hollywood can buy, and then when you remove that, this is the reality. Yikes. Rosie O'Donnell is 63 years old. Kathy Griffin is 64 years old. Ellen DeGeneres is 67 years old, and Donald Trump is 78 years old. Woof. I think the Ellen thing is AI, but anyway. Kathy Griffin before Trump was elected versus after Trump's first 100 days in office. Kathy Griffin, who, much like Rosie O'Donnell and Keith Olbermann, has begun to develop a very corpse-like appearance. Kathy Griffin cited in Malibu. Okay, this was Malibu. There's some footage of it. Here she is wandering down the road. I guess she's just maybe going on a walk. But yeah, there's video of it too. If you are grotesque and twisted and sick on the inside, you will end up being grotesque and sick and twisted on the outside. Period. That's a fact of life. Doesn't matter how pretty you start out. Doesn't matter how much makeup or plastic surgery you get. You will end up eventually reflecting your true nature. It's just a fact of life. Yikes. And it is just horrifying. She does look like Pennywise. Doesn't she? Right? Yeah. Perfect. Kathy Griffin. Oh, it's bad. Kathy Griffin before and after Donald Trump. There's before and there's after. Woof. Yikes. Damn, Google's being so mean to Kathy Griffin. American comedian and actress. Oh no. Yikes. Kathy Griffin looking rough. Look at the filter that's being put on this, right? Men, just another example of you are being lied to online. Look at this. No filter versus filter. Ugh. Kathy Griffin looks like she's been dead for about 6 weeks. There's a little Fauci fan. Why don't you come down here and tell everyone how great you feel? Oh, man. Kathy Griffin begging for fans to buy her ticket for her comedy tour. There she is with another massive filter on. What a nightmare. What is wrong with these people? She did tell people that she's going to be put in an internment camp, which I think is really, really something. I didn't know Kathy Griffin had any fans. Pale and frail, Kathy Griffin sparks health fears while spotted hiking in Malibu. When your life is just designed around hatred of other people, like irrational hatred of other people, then this is just what you're going to end up looking like, right? It's just who you're going to be, right? It's what you're going to turn into. And there's no other way, there's no, this wasn't a mistake, right? This wasn't a mistake. She did it intentionally. She just has that kind of hatred in her heart. It makes for bad comedy too, honestly. It makes for a terrible comedian. Good God. How much is Kate? Ugh, jeez, even with like 1,000 pounds of makeup. Goodness gracious. So, yeah. Yikes. Guess she got divorced too. Hard run, Sucks to sucks. Live a life of virtue and not a life of seething rage hatred, and you want to end up looking like that. We did note that in other great news, George Lopez, who used to look like this, who now looks like this, again, he looks like he's crawled out of a piss-soaked tent in Skid Row. This is bad, man. George Lopez had his his show canceled. Some garbage show about how great his life is, about how cool he is. Great, isn't it? Great idea. Yeah, you're not Seinfeld, man. It's amazing. Look, it looks so funny. Wow, how funny this is. It's just hilarious. Oh, hilarious. Hilarious. George Lopez, he's so funny. Really? Tell me a good George Lopez joke. Comedian walks out on sold-out crowd early over hecklers. Oh, wow. So when somebody heckles George Lopez, he goes running away. He only got his show canceled. So apparently the ratings, literally no one was watching. And Kathy Griffin's over here begging for people to buy tickets to her show. Just freaking get me to opening night in Des Moines and Omaha is not selling well. You know what is selling well, though, Kathy? The tickets to the protest of your show outside. And this is a much smarter move, because if you went inside, you might be treated to horrors untold and unseen and totally unsightly. Poor Kathy Griffin. What a time to be alive. The Trump curse is so real. It is what it is. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section. Pennywise or Kathy Griffin? Who would you dare? See ya.